Hi. Each week I bring you stories from people who are doing amazing things, people who have overcome adversity and got themselves into places and then managed to get themselves out of there. But if we're going to continue with real conversations, then we have to recognize that not everybody has made their way out the back of serious situations. With this in mind, today's guest is somebody who's still in the thick of it, someone who's still in the thick of a drink addiction. And whilst normally I bring stories with lots of lessons and introspection and articulation, this week is very much, this is what it's like in the trenches with an addiction, struggling with it, having not got to the tipping point, having not got out the back. It's confronting in places. However, nevertheless, it's still a very real conversation. So this week, I give you James. Hello and welcome back to WA Real. I'm your host, Bryn Edwards. WA Real brings you real stories of real and fascinating people here in Western Australia. A lot of us like a drink, whether to unwind, get in the party mood, or just with a meal. It's part of Australian culture, but in a culture where drug is not just legal, but also socially acceptable, even to the point of getting drunk, what happens when this goes too far? We'll be exploring this today with my guest, James. Born and bred in WA, James had his first drink at the age of 12, where he said all the drinks aligned. Now at the age of 31, he still battles with drink, and we're going to get into that story today. James, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. When all my drinks aligned? No, I think you meant all the planets aligned. The planets aligned. Yes, they did. I was very young and I was very malleable, and I was very much teased in high school. Yeah. You know, because I was this is year 8 when I was 12, turning 13, and I was bullied. And then it was my mum's 40th, and I stole some alcohol from the family, you know, the mum's alcohol bucket.
Like you do when you're young.
Like you do when you're 12 years old. And Jesus Christ did everything. I was just invincible. And I was invincible. But I didn't drink for another, what would have been 12 months. It would have been, yeah. So it wasn't too long. You know, it was just an amazing feeling.
That very first time.
That first time, I can't even explain that. And I'm still doing it now. So yes, it was very exciting for me at 12 years old.
So is that where it all started?
Yeah, for sure. And I know I had to play soccer. I had a soccer game, football for the English listeners. I had a soccer game 8:30 in the morning because the mum's 40th was up at my uncle's farm, and we had to drive back. And my mum's boyfriend at the time, which is another whole different area of topics, all the boyfriends that she had during my adolescence. But, yeah, I got up and went to that game. But, yeah, just that night was a magical thing. It was a magical thing.
Is that what possibly got you hooked?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that night. It definitely wasn't that night. I mean, there was an anchor point there that anchored my feelings there at that night. But marijuana was my first real love, for sure.
Yeah. And how old were you when you first started that?
Oh, that was before I had my first drink. So I was just turned 12 then as well. But that was just exciting. And then everyone was smoking pot in high school. Everyone was smoking pot. So no one was really drinking at, 12, 13. So it was just a lot of marijuana, chasing marijuana. Where could we get our next bag of weed,
Yeah.
And that was our life.
Yeah. And how long did that go on for?
That went on from early year 9. So, 13 till I was just late year 11, early year 12, and then I had a psychotic episode, and it put me right. But that was our daily. Mum used to give us $5 for lunch. $5 for lunch.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like much, but we just didn't eat.
Yeah.
We used to steal the chocolate milk and then drink that, and then we'd just chuck in the $5 for the weed. And then,
And this was at school or bunking off school? Or?
No, it'd be at school. At school. But no, we wouldn't smoke at school. We'd wait, and we had a best mate live next door, like literally parallel to our school we're at. And then, everyone kept smoking, and I was the biggest, probably one of the biggest smokers. Like I could do the most, and was my what's the word I'm looking for? It was like I could do the most. I could whip the biggest cones, the biggest billies, and then the start of year 12, I wigged out, and I'd never had
wigged out, meaning
I'd never had depression before, and I didn't know what depression was.
Right.
I never had it, and I thought I'd gone crazy. I thought I'd absolutely gone crazy.
So what was happening for you?
It was a repetitive thought.
And what was the repetitive thought?
Oh, really? You want to know this? This is a very intrusive question there. And I don't know. I guess we are going deep, aren't we? We're on a podcast. There was a song on the radio, and it was about a Peter's trumpet. I was thinking about this today, actually. There was this song about a Peter's trumpet. I was like, I'm never going to forget that song, because I always forgot it when it came on the radio. And I was like, I'm never going to forget it. I'm going to remember this song. I'm going to remember this Peter's trumpet song. And I always did when it came on the radio. But then one day I wasn't even stoned. I wasn't even stoned at all. And I was like, what if I never stopped thinking about this Peter's trumpet song? And then I thought, what if it just stopped? What happens if I never stop thinking about this song? And then it was like a click. And then this thought, this paranoid, anxious, it was the most disgusting thought you could ever have that was stuck in my mind. And that
so you're always going to start thinking about Peter's song.
Oh, it was this Peter's trumpet. It was just Peter's trumpet. Like I just curled up in a ball. From that moment, I had that thought and it was just the most horrible thing. And I curled up in a ball. Mum was working full time, so she couldn't really take care of me. But I didn't go to school. I stopped going to school, and this is the start of year 12. I just curled up in this ball, and it was just for weeks. I was just curled up, and then it was just, we went on holidays, and I was still just curled up
with Peter's trumpet.
Oh, but the Peter's trumpet formed into this emotion, and the emotion was just this thick binding. It was like this giant, some gross black lightning bolt had just gone through me, and it just put me to the ground.
Right.
And so I stopped smoking weed straight away. Stopped smoking pot straight away.
Ever done it since?
Oh yeah. Oh God, I smoke all the time now.
Right.
Well, no, but I didn't for 9 months.
Yeah.
Which was, but it wasn't that. It was the fact that I was wagging school all the time. I had nothing to do. It was just my mind was in such a limbo, and then this just sort of boom. And then
so you think it's the product of all the weed that you were smoking at a young age?
It was a collaboration of many things. It was my demotivation for anything. And my dream was to be a hippie down south in Margaret River, and just to smoke weed all day. And that was my ultimate dream. And then this happened where I was just curled up in a ball, and then I sort of came good because I was playing a lot of sport as well. I was playing a bit of sport. I was playing lacrosse. I was pretty good at that. And then I had a beer, and my God, did that fix the problem.
Yeah?
Oh.
Of the Peter's trumpet and the lightning bolt and the...
It just pushed it all down.
Yeah?
And it said, see you later. I'm all good. I'm happy now, man. Yeah, that was fantastic. And whenever I had a problem, I just get a long neck, just one long neck, like a King Brown. And VB was the beer I used to drink back when I was 17. And I still drink it now, I guess. But it saved my life, really, because I would have killed myself if I'd kept going with the way I was thinking, for sure. Alcohol saved my life at that time.
At that time. And were your friends drinking it as well at that point?
Yeah.
So then it became...
It became...
socially acceptable.
Oh, of course. But, it was certainly socially acceptable, but it was more than that. It was... everyone was looking to, because I was the best drinker.
So you've gone from being the best smokers now to the best drinker.
Oh God, yeah. Well, if I was the best smoker, I was the Roger Federer of drinking. I was all time best.
Yeah.
And sad to say, I still bloody am at this. Fuck. And it got me in a lot of trouble.
Great.
Growing up.
In what way?
What way? Every single aspect that you can think of. You ask me a question, I'll tell you where it ruined me. Relationships, driver's licenses, injuries. Injuries is probably the worst one. I hurt myself a lot.
What, just from falling over this, that, the other?
Yeah, falling over. I guess you could say that. I used to, oh my God. Being drunk, I would be very, very keen to do anything. Peer pressure. I suffered a lot under peer pressure.
Yeah.
And the worst one was, I think we've mentioned this before, the jumping off the building. Yeah. Yeah.
That was 24-foot building.
24 meters. Yeah. It was the roof of
meters.
20. Yeah. The roof of a 6-story building. So it was essentially 7 stories. And I tried to jump into a tree and I missed the tree. I missed the tree and I fell 24 meters and I landed on my legs and broke every bone in my body. Both my legs, shattered my pelvis, my sacrum, which is your bum bone, your lower backbone, all my spine, the whole right side of my ribs, 2 of my left ribs, both my lungs collapsed. And it was just lucky. The ambulance got there. I had a mate on the ground, and he somehow the ambulance was there in 3 minutes, and they've just there's 2 big scars under my underarms now. And they got there and they just boom, because they knew I was about to die, so they just put these things, whatever, to drain the blood out of your lungs, and I survived. And my dad was in Italy, and my brother was up north. And they've got phone calls saying...
Why did you jump off the building?
I was trying to jump into a tree.
But how did you get to the point of wanting to jump off a building into a tree?
Oh, we'd been at it wasn't even a party, I don't think. It was, just a lot of ecstasy and a lot of alcohol.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll race you down.
Yeah.
So we'd all climbed up to the top of the building.
Yeah.
And... we watched the sunrise. It was beautiful. I can't really remember that, but don't know why they didn't hold me back. But I said, "I'll see you down there," something like that. I have no recollection. I really don't have any recollection of being on the roof
or of landing.
Oh, absolutely not. No way. I don't remember jumping. I don't remember jumping.
It's all just a blur.
It was the last photo of me was holding a bottle of like a litre of vodka about 20 minutes before we even climbed up. And that's the last thing that I remember. And we're up there with
And how old are you at this point?
I'm 31 now. No, I was 20. It was 2012. So I think I was 20, just turned 26. Yeah, just turned 26.
And how long were you in hospital after that?
I was in hospital for 12 weeks. So it's not quite 3 months. But I was off work for 10 months and I was in a wheelchair for a long time after I got out of hospital. But I started drinking nearly, 10 days. I couldn't even move. Couldn't even move out of the bed. But I had a girlfriend that would just bring me down drinks. And
lying there in hospital with the legs broken and everything, that's not the turning point.
No, it wasn't. And it's horrible. My dad, I don't have much to do with, really. He was like, how the fuck? He calls me Jamie, fucking hell, Jamie. What is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, I don't know, Dad, mate. I don't bloody know.
You got any idea?
I have no idea, no. It was, at that time, I've got an idea now, yeah. Well, God, do I? Don't know. I don't know. I still know. I'm still very confused. I'm still very confused. But at that time, the more anyone would have a go at me, I'm like, well, fuck you.
What about drinking?
Yeah, I'll show you how much I can drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to being invincible.
Oh, of course. And I think there's so many addicts out there that people go around the wrong way. Like Mum, this time last year, Mum came up to me and she's Dad's holiday house. And she rocked up and she was crying and she's just screaming, like, what? And I was like, I didn't obviously say anything. I was just like in this fetal position, but I was like, this is obviously not going to help my mental state. I don't want to say you idiot because she's my mum. I love my mum. But it's just like, this is not, and she knows this now. Yeah. She knows this now. But this is not going to help me. It's not going to help me. You come to me, shaking me, crying. Don't you think that's just going to build this? Because anxiety is my biggest issue.
Right.
Yeah. And that's anything like that.
Anxiety is a fear of the future. What are you scared of at the future?
Anxiety, fear of the future, you reckon? Well, of course it is.
Yeah, as opposed to depression, which
of course
is sadness of the past.
Yeah. Ah, very interesting. Very interesting concept you have there. Do you not think anxiety can be a past issue that you're worried about in the future, aren't you? Yeah. Ah, God, you stumped me there. Oh. Well, that is my biggest foe, worrying about the future. Huge, huge anxiety. Huge. I went to pick up my bike before, it's been in there for 4 weeks. I thought they might have. The thoughts that I get when I'm worrying about the future are just next level.
How do you mean? How do you know they're different to anybody else's?
They're probably not, but I deal with it in a very toxic way.
Right.
I drink.
As in you have to smash off that feeling.
Yep. Exactly. I'm going to numb this right now. And that's what I've been doing and it comes back to that feeling of the Peter's trumpet. And how am I going to get rid of that? Have a sip of, a beer. The beer, it just fixed it. And now I've just learned that is the only way. And and anyone can say, it's not going to help. Go for a run. Do some exercise, draw a painting, whatever. I can't. There's no quicker fix than even thinking alcohol, just even thinking, on the drive to the bottle shop. It is just a very happy, nostalgic. Oh, God, I sound horrible. I sound like such a boozer. Anyway, yeah.
Funnily enough.
Yeah, funnily enough. But it honestly, And for all the alcoholics out there, they could empathise with what I'm about to say. It's the ultimate fix. It blocks it. I don't know how it bloody works, but it does. It's just
Numbs it off.
it numbs, but not only numbs, it accentuates the problem in a positive way. And you're like, what was I worrying about? Look at this. Let's send off some emails that way. Like today. I was fucking hungover this morning. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
And I tried to cancel this whole podcast.
Yeah.
I tried to cancel the whole bloody thing. And you're like, what about 4 o'clock? I was like, so I called my friend. He's like, just do it. She was just like, just bloody do it. I was like, fucking hell. Well, I can't really move at the moment. And so I had a big sleep while sort of the tennis was on low and Djokovic won, which is good. And even to get up, I went to the bottle shop before here. There's no way I could have come here in the state I was in.
Right. So now that's just a perpetuating thing.
Oh,
yeah,
of course. God, that is the life of the alcoholic. You wake up, you've nearly nailed it. You've nearly nailed it. I think you've got it. You've got it. You wake up, you feel shit. You lay in bed and you want to sleep, but you can't. You can't sleep, and you're laying there with this feeling in your stomach that is just anxiety ridden. It's like it consumes you. This whole it's not even a hangover. I don't get hangover. I don't know what a hangover is. I don't get headaches and vomit. I don't do that.
Right.
I just get this alien inside me. It's just this. I'm consumed by this feeling. And I can't explain what the feeling is, but all I can say is anxiety. Even though I haven't done really anything wrong, even if I've done the slightest thing wrong,
yeah,
it will just consume me. It will eat me up. And so all I can think about is alcohol. The quickest fix, the best thing, the the most convenient is alcohol.
Because it's so readily available.
Oh, God. So
what time does Dan Murphy's open?
9 o'clock this morning.
There you go.
I was there. Yeah, I was there at 9 o'clock at Dan Murphy's next to McDonald's. Yeah, geez. Oh, God. Sorry, Mum. It's horrible.
Have you ever known a time of stillness without booze?
Stillness.
Yes. There's a lot of, as I sit and listen to you, there's a lot of there's this nervous anxiety and this alien building up and this emotion and a sense that you talk about that comes into you. And then it's like, oh, I've got to numb it off. I've got to get rid of it. Have you ever known a time where it's not there and there's almost like this stillness or calmness?
Exercise. When I exercise, I used to exercise a lot. I used to work on the mind and I started running. I used to be a good runner. I was always a good runner.
Yeah.
I still am.
While you were at school or during 20s or?
Oh, forever.
Yeah.
I was the best runner in primary school. I didn't run in high school because I smoked so much pot. But then I was a state lacrosse player, through high school. Love my sport. Lacrosse especially, which is a very obscure sport, but I was a midfielder, so I was just up and run back and forth. But
run into your throat yourself.
That was the only thing that's kept me alive has been exercise.
Right.
I'd be dead without it because I would punish myself with exercise.
Right.
I'd be on a 12, 13, 25-day bender, and the day that I wouldn't be drinking, if I didn't have any booze, I'd put my running shoes on and I'd just go for a 10K run and just hurt myself, but painfully hurt myself.
Yeah.
And it was, even though it doesn't sound very nice, but it just really,
there's a logic in it.
Oh, it cleared me up. And I'm addicted to everything. I'm very manic.
Yeah.
As soon as I get my fingers into something, I love it. And then, but alcohol is the only one that's been really long-lived. Everything's short-lived otherwise.
Yeah. So he's asked you about the stillness. So you get a stillness after you've exercised?
I get the stillness during. And then, after, there's a very beautiful feeling after a heavy workout like that. Yeah. It's like after a hard day's work, it's just that nice. But then, deserve a beer now, don't I? Yeah.
Have you ever got to a point of actually scaring yourself?
Not with alcohol. Not even the jumping off the... Oh, no. The building, jumping off the building, absolutely not.
That didn't scare you?
No. It scared everyone else.
Right.
Like I said, I was in a coma for a couple of days. I was out of it for 2 weeks. There's so many painkillers in me, I couldn't even think before they moved me to the rehabilitation centre. So I was quite lucky in that respect, and I feel horrible for my family that thought I was going to die. Like I said, my dad was in Italy. My brother was up north, and just all my friends and family were at the hospital when it happened. They all thought I was going to bloody die. But I had nothing to do with that. It's sorry to say that I've never really... Last year, this time last year, when I was sleeping, I had 2 nights on the streets. It was probably where it really hit home that I have something wrong with me.
Right.
Yeah.
And was that because you just couldn't get home, or you didn't have a home, or?
I've been kicked out. I was actually living here on Hampton Road. And I had a house here. I was there, but then I was evicted swiftly. And so I was at my grandma's sister's, my great aunt. I was staying at hers, and I stole all her alcohol. And so I just don't know what it was. I could have gone to my dad's or my friends, but I think, what's the word? Pride? I don't know. Embarrassment? Shame? Yeah, probably shame. The shame of everything. My auntie dropped me an AA meeting on Princess Road in Netherlands, Claremont, I think it was, and I had a bottle of wine down my pants. She drove off. I walked into the park, drank a bottle of wine, and just put myself under this palm tree that was hanging this palm tree was lapping down, and I just slept there. And the sprinklers came on at 4 a.m, and that's really when it sort of hit home that I was not in a good way. When this water started pouring on me, I'm sitting down there with my empty bottle of wine, and I've got out of there and grabbed this dirty mat and laid in a children's bloody playground at this time last year. So it was school holidays, and
that was it. Is that your turning point? Or the heaviest point so far?
That was, God, I wish it was the heaviest. The heaviest, that was it. That was it there. Yeah. And then I went to my friends and I said, I've had enough of this. I'm going to die. I was going to die if I kept drinking like I was. So I would have stolen off anyone just to get a drink. And then I called my dad, who I'm not super close with. I called him and I said, "Come pick me up, please. I need help." Because he has a big house, and his wife was away. And so I went there and he looked after me. Went to the doctor and we did a home detox with the necessary requirements.
What's the home detox?
Oh, it's just Valium, anything that's going to get you off the source, just to stop the withdrawals.
Yeah.
Really, and the cravings with that, and it was fantastic. But, but there's a mini story inside that, which is, I don't know if it should be relevant for the podcast, but it was very. It was not helpful for my with my recovery at the time.
Right. What, being at your dad's?
Being at my dad's was fine, but he thought I stole his grandma's gold.
Right.
So the whole time I was there, he just caning me. Where's the gold, Jamie? Because he calls me Jamie. Where's the gold? Where's the gold? I was like, Dad, I don't have your fucking gold. You know, I'm here. I'm so stoked that you've let me into your house. Because you kicked me out when I was 19. Well, I was there for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Didn't have a bar of it. Kicked me out. I was there for 8 days. The whole time from day one, he thought I stole his gold.
Right.
And so I was just like, fuck you. I'm talking about we were civil. And he was really nice, but every afternoon he'd come down, where's the gold? Where's the gold? So I'd be on phone to my brother and sister like, Dad is off his bloody head. Anyway, so I finally left. I went and stayed at my sister's, and I was fully sober, and it was a really nice experience staying at my sister's and her partner's. He calls me. Oh, no, he didn't call me. He just messaged me. Oh, the lemon squashes on my face or something. Found the gold. His wife found the gold, exactly where it was. Anyway, it's not relevant to the story. Yeah.
So you're almost clean then, and then
but the excitement of a drink. Oh, there's nothing.
Excitement and anticipation.
It's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it, especially the hiding, the secrecy of drinking is just a really
secrecy. I mean,
yeah.
How do you mean? Because does it? I mean, does it? How does the fact that you've got Dan Murphy's and you've got bars and drinking is legal and it is very much part of Aussie culture? We've got Australia Day coming up, which is a good session, and you know, how much does that help and not help all at the same time?
It is
and then where's this secrecy come from?
This time of year is a very difficult time, and it always has been. Coming up to Australia Day is it's just a fanatical time of year where everyone seems to be on it, and I'm honest. I'm a bit lost. Just since uni's been out, you know, I need the uni to come back. I'm lost. I'm an Uber driver, which is insane because I've never done Uber drunk. Or that's a lie. But it's next question, please.
Yeah, well, I was just saying, how easy or hard is it with having it so?
It's so hard. It's so hard. And especially my friends love drinking.
Yeah. So
my good friends. And it is just bloody, it's bloody difficult.
Are they in the same boat as you, or are they?
Oh, I've got friends. Oh, it's same boat. It's so different for lots. I've got friends that are worse than me, but they work full time.
Right.
And I've got friends that work, you know, fly in, fly out. They're worse than me, but they've still got those jobs. Like when I was FIFO, I was worse than I am now, but I'd always
come back and binge.
Yeah, exactly. So now I don't really have too much to do. The silly government just keeps giving me money, and I take full advantage of that.
Yeah. So what did it really take to get you to stop?
Wow, God, it's a bloody good question, that one. Well, I've got this. I'm seeing a girl at the moment, and she broke up with me 3 days ago. I took her down to my family Christmas, took her down to see my cousins, and that wasn't enough. So she broke up with me 3 days ago, and that wasn't enough. What would be enough? You know what? It'd almost be me drink driving, hitting a child. That's what it would take. It'd be something that extreme. It's horrible as it is to say. It would take an extremity just like that. Something grossly. I can't, honestly, I can't see any other way out.
Have you ever thought about leaving the state, leaving the country?
No, never thought about it. No. My degree, I can't do anywhere else. And I love my degree that I'm doing. So I don't know. I'm in a funny position.
Seem very stuck.
Yes, that is a perfect word. Perfect word. I am stuck. I am stagnant.
Yeah.
And I am just simmering. I'm simmering. Something's going to happen, but
Lots of stuff has. What does this do for your sense of identity as
numbs it.
Jimmy, as
completely
a bloke?
numbs it. I don't want an identity. I don't know. I don't. I want to be completely.
What does that mean?
No, I don't. God, Mum's going to listen to this. I don't want to say that. I've got these thoughts. Can you repeat the question?
What does this do? What does all this do for your own sense of identity? You know, as James, as a man.
Well, naturally, it hinders it for sure because it's an easy way out of facing your own being. Really, it's a simple way out of being who you are. And it's so easy to just wake up, go to the bottle shop, let's just have a drink, and then yep, I'm done. You know, I don't have to face anything
for that day.
Oh, of course not. It's fine. Everything's fine, and people talk to you when you've had a few drinks. Like, oh, you sound well. Well, yeah, I do, don't I? And then it just boosts that. Oh, maybe I'll have some. It's not like that. It's not. It's a horrible, horrible gift, which I know the oxymoron that it is. It's a horrible gift.
So what have you learned about yourself thus far in terms of strengths, in terms of weaknesses?
Oh, God. Going deep now, aren't we? Strengths. Let's start with weakness. No, I'll start with strength. I learned that I'm very coordinated. I'm very clever. I'm good at writing. I'm good at playing music. I'm good with the girls. And I'm very charming, even and mostly when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Without alcohol, I'm a very quiet, subdued, withdrawn human being. So alcohol, that's really everything I know, and everything. Like I thank alcohol for everything I've done. Really. Done and chosen, and I wouldn't be anywhere without it, which is just the irony of the whole situation.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Yeah, and where's the areas? What are some of the worst you found about yourself?
The worst that I don't know myself. I don't know myself at all. I don't know how to love myself. I don't know how to love other people. I'm very selfish. I will do anything for the next drink. I'm manipulative. Very manipulative.
It's almost the reverse of what you said was your strength.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same strength, same abilities, just with different focus.
Oh, that exactly. Very well picked up, yes. And they are on the same. Yeah, if you had a drawing and you stuck them both out, yeah, they'd be on the same level. Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. I'm a horrible person, but then I'm the best person.
Yeah, but you don't seem to know yourself.
No, no. How can you when you've been, even if it's not alcohol, it's something, the antidepressants, the benzos, the weed. It's just, I can't, I've never, since I was 13 years old, been sober-headed.
Right.
Never been clear-minded. Even in rehab, it's the antidepressants. So you just feel numb. For me, anyway. I mean, there's happy times, but boring. It's just, I guess I get bored easy. I don't know. I don't know what my problem is. I don't know what I'm missing. Tell me. Tell me, Bryn. Tell me. I don't know.
It's not my job to tell you what you miss.
Tell me now.
I'm just behind it. So what would you want to share with the listeners from this?
Jeez. Share for the listeners. Jeez. Well, especially the people that are drinking heavily, seek help, admit your faults, that's the biggest one. Admit that you have a problem is just like the key to everything. I mean, that's got its faults in its own right, but that's the first step. Admit you've got a problem, seek help, and go from there. That's such a difficult question, that one. It's so easy to say, just go and get help, but it's not like that. It's not like that at all.
I've had people on the show before, postnatal depression, things like that, and now the guests then look back and said, I can see all the things that would have helped me, and they're all the things that I would not do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to say, do this, do that.
Oh God, I'd say do this, do that, and I'm going to be doing them as soon as I leave here, But I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely going to get some beers when I leave here. But it's just, oh God, to help someone is, I can't. As a counselling student as well, because I'm counselling it, doing the degree, and it's just, you can't help someone. They have to want to help themselves.
Yeah.
You can give them all the advice. Giving is like a no-no. Yeah. It's an absolute no-no. They have to want to do it themselves.
Do you want to do it yourself?
Bloody hell. I knew it was coming, that one. Not yet. Of course, I'll say I have to do it.
Yeah, but you're just actually giving me a mentally and almost correct answer. Yeah, but I'm not seeing any conviction in it.
No, absolutely not. And I have to do it, and hopefully I will do it. But I do not have an answer for you. Then, do I want to do it right now today? No is the answer, and I've got time. This is just such an addict's response, isn't it? I've got time and I've got a nice place to live. But not today. I don't want to do it today. No. So tomorrow can give me all that I need. Oh, God. That was the worst response ever. Sorry about that one.
So in an ideal world, what does the next 3 to 5 years look like for you?
3 to 5 years. So I will finish my degree, which I've only got 2 years left of, and I will start working. And I will control my drinking, but no. So in 3 to 5 years, I'll finish my degree. I will start working in drug and alcohol, because even if I am bloody drinking, I think I still have so much to offer. Even I might not be practicing what I preach, but I think I can still get people. I have a very good way of talking to people, and I think I can help them out of their horrible situations they may be in. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're simple situations, but, it's relative to the human being, I guess. And so that's where I want to be in 5 years. I'd love to have a partner, hopefully about 19, 20. Yeah. And then I'll be earning good money, and she can just have the babies and live at home. Are we still recording now?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd love a younger lady for sure.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate dream. My ultimate dream is 35 girl. Sorry, not girls. No, next question. No, that's a no. Stop recording.
All right. So is there anything else you want to add to this?
No, I want to be married at 35 with a young lady. No, sorry, what was the last question?
It was, is there anything else
I want to add here?
You want to add here?
Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't ever give up on yourself. Life, life is hard. It's hard for everyone. There's nothing easy about it. And, the amount of people I talk to is just keep going, just keep plodding along, and that's it. Don't give up. Just try and work. If you want to, try and work your shit out if you want to, which that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to figure what the fuck what I'm here for. Life is a mystery, man.
Yeah.
And it's just,
what is the purpose of it?
Exactly. And it's brilliant. And that's why I love it. And that's why I hate it as well.
Yeah.
But so just keep going, keep plodding along, keep doing it, and just make your life as you want to make it. I don't know. I'm struggling with mine, so I can't really, But yeah, that's what I would say. Just for any other alcoholics or drug addicts out there, I would just say, just keep trying, keep going. Don't give up. Once you give up, you're gone. Don't give up. Keep going. You've always got more to give forever. Like it doesn't matter if you're 60, 15, 80, you can change your life like that. And that is the most beautiful part, the most interesting part of life, I think, is just that you can change it, bang, like that. And that's fantastic for me. It's really good.
Awesome. Well, James, thank you very, very much for being super open, super honest, super vulnerable.
Thank you. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure the listeners here will have found a lot in that.
I love you guys.
And it's like a different podcast to some I've done before, but nevertheless, it's still a very real conversation. So, James,
very real.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks, Bryn. That was nice.